Hey, knock it
Hey,
off.
you knock it off.
No.
Let go. I haven't done anything wrong.
Knock it off.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Don't do it.
I
Knock it
haven't
off.
done anything wrong.
Well, then why are you resisting? Now you're resisting.
Now, you've heard people say if you didn't record it, it didn't happen. So I understand that as I tell you this experience that I had the other day that I didn't record, and I'll tell you why I didn't record it. And that's before we get to this video that shows it's kind of a psychological operation to me, because you have cops that I don't believe have legitimate authority being pulled over by fake cops who obviously don't have legitimate authority even from the perspective of real cops. But before we get into this video, I want to tell you what happened to me the other day. After Thanksgiving, I had a rental vehicle. It was a van because I was transporting some people to a family event that we were having. I was returning the vehicle to the Tulsa airport. So I'm in a rental vehicle, which means I don't have my dash cam. My vehicle has a front and rear facing dash cam in it because you never know when you need it. It's basically your insurance policy. So I'm returning this vehicle to the Tulsa airport, and I am on a phone conversation with somebody that I haven't talked to in a long time, and we're talking about something important. So now I don't have the use of my camera. What happens to me is that as I'm returning this vehicle down the interstate, this section of interstate, about a 22-mile section, is an 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. I had my cruise control set at 80. And I look to, and I'm in the right lane, so I'm in the slow lane. And I look to my right in my side mirror, and I see this black vehicle approaching very, very quickly, passes by me 20, maybe even 30 miles an hour faster than me. So fast that I thought, I had to look down at my speedometer. I thought I was going 60. I was going 80. My cruise control is pegged on 80. This Oklahoma State Trooper in this black vehicle with the white lettering on the side, it's like this SUV, zooms by me at a minimum 20 miles an hour faster than me, which means he's going, and I mean, he's probably going faster than that. I'm just being conservative in my estimate. So he's going at least 100 miles an hour to pass me. I get in the left-hand lane to try to catch up to him. I get up to about, and not immediately, it was about a 30, 45 second lag. I get into the left lane, make sure everything's clear, and I get up to, reportedly, I get up to 106. I cannot catch this guy. So I just slow down, go back in the right lane, set the cruise to 80 miles an hour, and I'm watching, this is looking like a little hilly area. I'm seeing this guy just disappear in the distance. This guy is cooking. Before he did that, he was close enough to where I saw that he was behind a couple vehicles in the left-hand lane, and they had to move over for him, and he just zoomed by them. I said all that to say this: always record the police. Always be in a situation. I was in an unfortunate situation where my dash cams weren't in. It was a rental vehicle, and I'm on the phone, so it's probably a good idea to carry multiple cameras with you. But always record the police. If I had my dash cam, I think that I would have got on his tail, at a reasonable distance, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 car lengths, and waited and followed him. If I didn't have to get this car back at a specific time, I was kind of, I got there within 20 minutes of where if it went 1 minute over, they would have charged me for an extra day. So I didn't have the equipment to record him, and I didn't have the time that it would have taken to follow him if I could record him. So I say that to say this: always record police. And it's not even that I have a problem with speeding, it's the hypocrisy with it. Do I believe he was being unsafe going 100, maybe even 105, 110 miles per hour in the left-hand fast lane? No, I think he was doing it safely. It's just, I know, and that especially with state troopers who are the premier revenue generators for the state, if you were doing 7 miles, 10 miles over the speed limit, he would have pulled you over and issued a ticket. So it's not that I personally have a problem with anybody going faster than me or going faster than the speed limit, as long as you're not placing anybody in danger or driving erratically or anything. It's the hypocrisy of the whole situation. Let me ask you this before we get into this video. Have you ever been in a position where you saw a cop speeding? He was definitely speeding. You could get it on a dash cam or on a body cam or on your phone. And have you ever pulled a cop over for speeding? Let me know. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What this video deals with, and this is from KRQE News. They have this video called Video Shows Security Guard Pulling Over New Mexico State Police Captain for Speeding. And I thought this was classic because basically this captain was off duty. He was in his private vehicle. They're going to blur this police captain's image. I wonder why that is. I wonder if he really was speeding, and I wonder if the guy that they pulled over for pulling the captain over, you know, reading him the riot act, which is another interesting situation in and of itself. I wonder if the captain got reprimanded for speeding. Probably not. Let's watch some of this. I will be interrupting this video because I got burned with a copyright strike from another network 7 days ago. So I'm going to make sure this is in line with fair use, YouTube. This is under the terms of fair use. Let's watch this.
A security guard is accused of impersonating a police officer after picking the wrong person to try and pull over on the interstate. News 13's Jessica Gadate shows us how that man tried to justify pulling over a New Mexico State Police captain.
He literally pulled over our captain?
No, well, he was trying to...
State police were called to assist.
Okay, so let me just give you the lay of the land here. This truck right here is the police captain's private vehicle that he may or may not have been speeding in. This white car with the dog barking in the back with the, you know, it's got everything. It's got the cage, it's got the lights, it's got everything. This is the guy who was impersonating a police officer pulling over the police captain. That's this guy's car right here.
A captain on November 4th who reported someone trying to pull him over on I-40.
He turns on all of his lights. Blue's in the front, red's in the back. Just trying to control traffic, act like a cop.
So what happened? The captain doesn't want to be pulled over for speeding or whatever he was pulled over for, and then he calls for help. You don't have that luxury. The police captain does. So he calls emergency services and like, you're not going to believe this. I just got pulled over. Really? Were you breaking the law? I mean, have you not pulled people over? Oh, do we get the ability to call somebody and have them come out because you pulled us over?
But something felt off.
I go to move over because that maybe BCSO.
Yeah.
And then once I go to pull over, he turns them all off. I was like, okay, this is...
State police top
BCSO. So he's like, oh, it would have been legitimate if I got pulled over by another police department or another police agency. But no, this guy's not even a cop. Look at this guy. He's outfitted with a utility belt. He's got the flak jacket on. I don't know if you can see him right there. He's got, it looks like he's got either that's a firearm or a taser. Let's take a closer look.
with Ronald Portillo. The man claimed the captain never identified himself, then became argumentative over the captain's badge.
Well, you should have showed it, right? You're in my truck. I told you to show it in your truck. You're on private property right now. Driver's license. I'm not giving it you.
Yeah, looks like this guy's got a taser on one side and a firearm on the other. Go Ron. Ron Portillo. Go Ron. Pull those cops over. I wonder if he would have pulled him over if he knew he was a cop.
Right now?
Officers tried to place Portillo into custody.
Uh-oh.
Hey, knock it off.
You knock it off.
No.
Let go. I haven't done anything wrong.
Stop resisting.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Stop resisting, guys. Quit resisting.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, then why are you resisting? Now you're resisting. Could have just gave me your ID.
Once detained, Portillo has an explanation for what he was doing.
Okay, so that was a gun because they took he's when they arrested him, looks like they took the gun out of his holster because it looked like there was a firearm right here. Looks like he's got his holster on backwards and it looks like it's empty.
For what he was doing.
We go to Central and Eubank, and we just run all of those all the way down to the hill. I didn't light them up. I didn't do anything because...
See, I don't have a problem with this guy pulling a cop over. Kind of. I mean, if it was just for speeding, I kind of have a problem with anybody pulling anybody over. I don't have a problem a cop being pulled over by a member of the public for the reason of, hey, you're being a hypocrite because you know that there are speed laws. I don't agree with the speed laws, but you know that if I violated the speed laws as you're doing right now, you would have pulled me over. So stop being a hypocrite. Well, actually, not stop being a hypocrite. Stop pulling people over. Stop pulling people over, period, for things that don't jeopardize public safety or violate the Constitution.
No, that's against the law to pose as an officer.
He's got the body cam. He's got the torture cuffs. He's probably got mace. He looks like he's got extra magazines right here. He's got a firearm. He's got a taser. This guy, he's got a radio. He's all outfitted up. Look at this. He's even got the mic strapped across his shoulder. This guy looks legitimate. I mean, he looks like a legitimate. He looks like a legitimate cop who legitimately has no authority.
I work for this company, and we're cleaning house here.
The captain went over to discuss the incident with the guard, who remained defiant.
Do you understand play? Now, once you show me your badge, well, not your badge. Right. Okay. You're your state police now. Yes. But you didn't show that prior. I did. All right. Yeah. So we're good.
Portillo was given a misdemeanor citation for impersonating an officer.
He was let go. I wonder what the whole story is. I wonder if he was let go because he has a dash cam. He has a body cam on. I wonder if he has proof that the captain was actually speeding or maybe driving recklessly. Maybe even the captain was under the influence of some kind of drug or alcohol. Interesting. It's interesting that you rarely see this when you have somebody who they view as impersonating a police officer, because even by his own admission, he's not an official police officer. You rarely see them get arrested and then unarrested.
And released.
Portillo is scheduled to be arraigned on that charge December 7th. If he's found guilty, he faces up to a year behind bars and a fine of up to $2,000.
That's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So I have a problem with any cop, fake cop or real cop who has no legitimate authority, pulling people over for speeding. Anybody can pull anybody over if they believe that that person is jeopardizing public safety or risking lives out on the public roadways. If you're driving erratically, going across, it looks like you're drunk or whatever, anybody has the natural right to intervene and protect their fellow man. You don't have to be a costumed, badged, the fake authority of the state law enforcer. But what I think is ironic about this whole thing is that the fake cop did the exact actions that the real cops do, and they had a problem with it. Oh, you can't be pulling over the police.
We're the law, man. We're the law of the land. You can't do that. You're not a real cop. Only real cops can pull other people over. That's it.
Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. It's absolutely free. Grab a shirt. Become a channel member. But more importantly, exercise your rights. If you don't exercise them, they're like a muscle. They will atrophy. They will go away. You won't have them. If you desire to be ignorant and free, you desire something that never was and what never shall be. Stand for your rights. Freedoms are dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having them. I will see you in the next video.